Good morning, class. Today I'm going to start with the last chapter of our syllabus. The chapter is accounting principle. It is a theory related chapter. So firstly, the meaning of accounting principles. The principles are the general guidelines which guides the organization managers how he has to perform in different situations with the help of these accepted guidelines. So they are the general guidelines which are issued by the Journal Accepted Accounting Principles. They are also known as GAP. GAP is Journal Accepted Accounting Principles. These principles highlight as how we have to follow in a particular situation the prescribed way. Means with the help of these guidelines, a businessman can prepare their financial statements. It is these principles with the help of which over a period of time you are using these principles, and the different sections of the society, the users, the proprietor, the investor, the creditors, on the basis of the financial statements which you represent in your accounts, they will take so many kinds of decisions. So the accounting principles are the journal guidelines which guides the organization manager how he has to perform, how he has to prepare their financial statement with the help of these journal accepted accounting principles. Now we have some characteristics. The first is they are uniform set of rules. These principles are the guidelines. They are the rules which we have to follow while preparing the accounts. They are man-made. Obviously, the principles are made by the human beings, so they are being made by the humans and they are tested by the human beings. But like we have principles of physics and chemistry, they are tested in particular laboratories. These kinds of principles are not tested in any laboratory, but they are universally applicable principles. They are flexible. Flexibility means if according to the changing situation you need to change or make any kind of modification in these principles, you can, because they are of flexible nature. Accounting principles are generally accepted. They are the generally accepted principles. It is adopted by each and every kind of businessman, whether he is doing small or large scale business. So these principles satisfy three criteria. The first is relevant. As they are relevant, the different user make a complete relevance on these principles. Objectivity. These principles are free from the personal biasnesses की किसी भी तरह की पार्शियलिटी नहीं की गई है इन प्रिंसिपल्स को अडॉप्ट करते हुए या क्रिएट करते हुए. फीसिबिलिटी. दीज प्रिंसिपल आर फीसिबल. You can apply these kind of principle without any complexity or without any cost. Now, the need of accounting principle. The accounting principles are very much important for a businessman to adopt so that you can make your business compare with the other industries, or you can make your business in a proper manner, run your business in a proper manner with the help of these GAP principles. Now, the main concept is kinds of principles. There are two classification of these principles. One is the accounting concepts or assumption. Second are the conventions. The first is the assumptions. From the assumption, it is clear assumes. When we are doing business activity, we have to assume so many things. Like we have to assume that my business, if I start my business, that will run for a long time period. We have to assume so many other things also when we are doing our business. So these are the basic assumptions which a businessman has to make when he is preparing his financial statements. So as per accounting standard, we have three kinds of basic assumptions. They are going concern, consistency, and accrual. And there are total other concepts also mentioned here, the names. So we will do one by one. So I'll start with the first assumption. The first assumption is going concern concept. Going concern means that when a businessman start a business, he has a thinking in his mind that his business will run for a long time period in future. The time period for the business is not determined. If a person start his business by investing huge amount of money, so he has a concept in his mind that he will run this business for a long time duration, maybe for 10 years, 20 years, 50 years. So he has a concept that I will run this business for a long time duration in future. It is not that I will start with this business by investing rupee 50 lakh and within 1 month if I will earn 50 lakh, then I will make it continue, otherwise I will not continue it. This is not done. So he has to think that if I invest rupee 50 lakhs in this business, I will run my business for a long time period. This is going concern. Just because of this assumption, he purchased so many kinds of fixed assets. The fixed assets, the assets which use for a long time duration. And if you purchase land, building, plant and machinery and so many other fixed assets, The cost of such assets are so high just because of this thinking that you will run your business for a long time duration, you will purchase these assets. So this is going concern concept. You will start your business and run your business for a long time period in future. Next we have second, consistency concept. Consistency says that every businessman should maintain his business by using a same method every year. Means if you are making anything by using one method in a particular year, so you have to follow the same method in the next year, so that if you are using the same method every year, it is very easy for you to make your business comparable if you want to make it compare. If you are not adopting the same method, it's very difficult for you to compare your business within your industry or with the other industries. इसका एक एग्जाम्पल मैं देती हूँ. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, you are charging depreciation on fixed asset. As you know, we sort out two methods of depreciation. One is a fixed installment, the second is written down value. So if a businessman is adopting in his business the first method, original cost or fixed installment method, so it is important, it is compulsory for him that he should maintain this method every year. It's not ki once in a year he used for the first year, for example, he used fixed installment. In the second year he will go on the written down value. In the third year again he will use fixed installment. So this is not a thing. So he should maintain the same method in each and every year. If he is using fixed installment, so he has to use the fixed installment. If he is using written down, then he has to use the written down. Means he has to use the same method every year so that he can make his accounts in a proper way, and the accounts can be made comparable with the help of this consistencies. So this is about the consistency concept. The third is accrual concept. You know about this accrual concept. हमने cash basis और accrual basis of accounting किया था. The accrual concept is the same thing which we heard in accrual basis of accounting. कि when a businessman is preparing his books of account, he has to use the accrual basis. Means he has to adopt the cash as well as the credit transaction in his books of accounts. It's not only that you have to record only the cash transaction. You have to record the cash as well as the credit transaction or some kind of transaction जिसके लिए ना तो अब कैश गया है ना ही आया है, बट वो ट्रांजेक्शन करंट या फाइनेंशियल ईयर की है. सो दिस इज एक्रूल कंसेप्ट. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, आई कैन से द आउटस्टैंडिंग एक्सपेंसेस की एक्सपेंसेस विच वी हैव टू पे टू द एम्प्लॉयज, दे आर स्टिल पेंडिंग, या ड्यू एक्सपेंसेस. So if this expense is related to the current year, it is my responsibility to pay this expense in this year. So accrual basis consider all the outstanding prepaid, advance या unearned या accrued incomes. So this is about the accrual concept. कि when you are recording you are maintaining your profit and loss account as per accrual basis, you have to consider all the things whether they are paid or not, received or not in cash. Means you have to record the cash as well as the credit transaction in your accounts. So these are the first three assumptions. Next we have the other concept. The first one is in this, it is the fourth one as per the serial order, but other concepts में first है ये business entity concept. As per this business and entity concept, business and businessman both are the different things. ये हमने business में बहुत बार पढ़ा है कि you can differentiate the business and the businessman. If I am saying we are doing a sole trade business, in the sole trade, you know, the business and businessman both are the same thing. But if we are talking about other business, उसमें जो business है और businessman है, दोनों की अलग अलग identity है, दोनों का अपना अलग अलग अस्तित्व है. For example, Reliance Group of Industry is a different thing and Mukesh Ambani is a different thing. Reliance Group of Industry can open his account with the bank, in the bank with his name, Reliance Group of Industry, and if Mukesh Ambani opens his account in the bank, that is by his name, Mukesh Ambani's account. So that is his personal account. And we are using so many things in our business like drawings. आपको याद होगा कि when a person withdraw from the business for his personal use, that is on the basis of business entity. You are showing that amount as drawing because that expense is his personal expense, not the expense of the business. So the drawings are the example of business entity concept. As per this, you have to differentiate the business and the businessman, both are the same things. So same as it is, we have, if suppose you are charging interest on capital, on the capital of the owner, interest on capital, you are paying capital के ऊपर interest to the businessman. So that is my expense because we are considering the entities different. So interest on capital drawings and interest on drawings are to be considered under this concept. So this is business entity. Next one is money measurement concept. Money measurement, money की सेंस में मेजर करना, ये हमने फर्स्ट चैप्टर में भी किया था कि इट इज़ कंपल्सरी फॉर योर बिजनेस, फॉर योर अकाउंट्स, दैट यू हैव टू रिप्रेजेंट ईच एंड एवरीथिंग इन द सेंस ऑफ मनी. मीन्स you have to express the express the things in terms of money. If I can say I have 5 chairs, 10 tables, 2 fans, so that cannot be measured in sense of money, so you will not record it. But if you will convert these things in sense of money, the cost of 10 fan is rupee 20,000, it is of 50,000, so then you will convert these things in sense of money, then you will express or record this thing in the business, in the books of account. So as per the money measurement concept, you have to record each and everything in sense of money, then you will be easily record these things in the books of account. As we have, I can say, the qualitative things, the quality of person, honesty, uski sincerity, we cannot express these things in sense of money, so we cannot record these things in the value of your business. But you can represent the value of fixed assets, your current assets in sense of money, then you have to record. So try to convert in each and everything in the money, then you will record the things. That's all about these topics today. I think up to this is enough. The next topic I'll discuss in my next video, and in the next video I'll complete this chapter, and with the help of this video and in the next video I'll try to complete the chapter, as well as my syllabus is also complete, and after that I'll start revision from Monday. And so you have to prepare yourself on the basis of these things. Take care and goodbye.